Welcome to video 10 of the Zenith Publications Educational Series. In the previous two videos, we covered how to select the right journal and how to write a cover letter that passes editorial review. This video addresses the question that comes next, and the one that stops many researchers from submitting at all. What is open access? What is an APC? And how do you know what is reasonable to pay? Elite brand journals can now charge more than $10,000 for a single open access article. That number stops many researchers before they even begin. But here is what most researchers do not know. That figure represents the extreme end of a very wide range. The global average APC across open access journals is approximately $1,600. And a higher article processing charge does not indicate higher research quality. It reflects brand scarcity and publisher pricing strategy, nothing more. Understanding what APCs are, how they vary, and how to evaluate them is one of the most practical skills a clinical researcher can develop. Open access means that once published, any clinician, researcher, or policymaker in the world can read the article, for free, without a subscription. There are three main models. Gold open access. The author or their institution pays an article processing charge. The article is immediately publicly available. This is the most common model at major publishers. Diamond open access. No APC is charged to the author and no subscription is charged to the reader. Approximately 60% of journals in the directory of open access journals operate under this model, charging no article processing charge at all. Green open access. The article is published in a subscription journal, and the author self-archives a version in an institutional repository. No APC, but full access depends on where the version is deposited. The clearest pricing trend in 2026 is a widening spread. Elite brand journals can charge more than $10,000 for gold open access. Many solid, indexed specialist journals cluster between $2,000 and $3,500. What drives the difference is not research quality. It is publisher strategy. High APCs reflect brand prestige, hybrid journal models where a subscription journal also offers an open access option, and the pricing power of large commercial publishers. Lower APCs reflect fully open access journal models with lower overhead, society-funded publishing, and newer journals building credibility through competitive pricing. Authors should stop treating APC pricing as one number. A lower APC can reflect publisher model, society subsidies, or a specialist volume strategy, not lower scientific standards. Judge a journal by its indexing, editorial process, scope fit, and peer review quality. Not by its price tag. Not all APCs are legitimate. Here are three red flags that signal a predatory journal, not a genuine publishing cost. First, the APC appears only after the manuscript is accepted. Surprise fees presented to authors late in the publication process are a recognized indicator of a less reputable publisher. Legitimate journals publish all fees before submission. Second, payment is requested through informal channels, a personal bank account, an informal transfer, or an unverified payment platform. All legitimate journals invoice through institutional billing systems. Third, an APC with no transparent peer review process behind it. A legitimate article processing charge funds editorial management, peer review administration, hosting, and indexing. If a journal cannot demonstrate these services independently, the fee is purchasing a publication credit, not scientific evaluation. Before paying any article processing charge, run through these 5 questions. Is the APC published clearly on the journal website before submission? Transparency up front is the first signal of a legitimate journal. Is the journal independently verified in PubMed, Scopus, Web of Science, or the DOAJ? Indexing confirms that the journal meets internationally recognized quality standards. Is there a funding source available to cover the APC? Research funders, institutional agreements, and grant budgets can all cover APCs in many cases. Researchers applying for grant funding are encouraged to include APCs in their grant proposals. Do not pay from personal funds before checking every available source. Is the APC proportionate to the journal's model? A specialist open access journal charging $500 to $1,500 can be entirely legitimate. And finally, does the journal separate editorial decisions from payment? No APC invoice should be issued before a manuscript has been independently evaluated through peer review. Thank you for watching video 10 of the Zenith Publications Educational Series. Open access is not complicated, but knowing what to pay, what to avoid, and how to find funding before submitting is one of the most practical skills a clinical researcher can develop in 2026. At Zenith Publications, all article processing charges are published openly on our website before any author submits a single word. No surprise charges, no informal payments, and editorial decisions are always made independently of payment. Subscribe on YouTube for a new clinical research guide every week. Next video: what actually happens after you submit a manuscript, and how to navigate the peer review process. The submission link is in the description below.